Sam Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey, hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey, and set.
The Warriors in the state final!
Hello and welcome to Mariemont High School. I am Tyler Church beside my partner Tom Bucher. This is ICRC's coverage of CHL basketball. Tonight we got a matchup of the Yellow Jackets from Taylor, who are 9-3 and 4-3 in the conference, and the Mariemont Warriors, who are 5-8 and 2-5 in 6th place in the conference. Tom, who do we need to look out for in this evening's matchup?
For the Taylor Yellow Jackets, we really need to look out for Danny Austin, who's their leading scorer. He's averaging 16.2 points per game, which is big for the Yellow Jackets because they're without their second leading scorer, Mitchell Zeeberman, averaging 10 points a game. That's a big loss for the Yellow Jackets. And then on the Warriors side, we're going to look for Max McGowan. He's a big part of the Warriors offense. He's averaging 14.3 points per game. And John Michael Senes, he's averaging 9.4. So there's going to be two big players for the Warriors tonight.
Yes, sir, and this is the second of two matchups between the Warriors and the Yellow Jackets in the regular season. The first one was at Taylor, where Taylor took a 68-61 win.
Yeah.
And now we'll take it to the national anthem. And we will be right back after this short break. Friday, we're playing a team that's just a little bit better in the CHL, Taylor. How do you prepare to play Taylor, considering you've already lost to them once on the road?
So, I mean, we know their personnel now that we've played them and we've seen them play other teams. And so I assume that we'll maybe watch tape, go over some of the things that we can improve from the last time we played Taylor. And JV, we just want to keep that winning streak alive against them, and I think varsity can definitely pull out a win this Friday against Taylor.
How does the 2020 census affect representation? There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. These get distributed to the 50 states by population, and an accurate census response helps your state get the right amount of seats. States with smaller populations get at least one, while states with larger populations might get more. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps! Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored?
Yeah,
finally score, we're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Why should I care about the 2020 census?
Every 10 years, the census counts everyone living in the U.S.
Count everyone living with you.
Even kids!
Our numbers help shape funding and services.
For all these things.
That's a lot of stuff.
Your responses are safe and secure.
No matter who you are or where you're from.
We have reasons to care.
And we're on our way here in Mariemont. The Taylor Yellow Jackets wearing their traditional black uniforms, while the Warriors wear white. Starting this evening for Taylor, number 1, Max Coney, number 2, Danny Austin, number 10, Josh Batay, number 11, Bennett Weiner, and number 24, Harry Hilbert.
Tyler has an early field goal for senior Ryan Matarese. Great start for the Warriors.
And the Warriors will be led by number 10, Cameron Lackney, number 14, Ryan Matarese, number 11, Max McGowan, number 4, John Michael Sennis, and number 5, junior William Trubisky. Warriors able to break the press with ease, setting themselves up for a nice layup, and it will go off the back of the rim and in for Will Trubisky. 2 points for him.
Tyler, that's a great start to the game. The Warriors showing how they can break the Yellow Jackets' press.
Absolutely. It looks like we're going to have a quick pace to this one. 3-point shot, no good off the front of the rim. Given a ton of space was Josh Batay. John Michael Sennis not jumping out on the 3-point shot, taking the gamble. It pays off as he misses the 3. Again, the Yellow Jackets show pressure, but Mariemont's able to break it.
Great pass.
Down into Matarese off the back of the rim, and good. 2 points for Ryan Matarese, the senior, on the block shot.
Yeah, Tyler, it looks like both teams are wanting to move the ball quickly. This is a fast-paced game.
Absolutely, and we're dealing with 2 teams who are in the middle of the conference in scoring and middle of the conference in defense. One thing that I'd like to look out for as Taylor turns the ball over is Taylor is a poor offensive rebounding team. They're one of the worst rebounding teams in the conference, whereas Mariemont's one of the better ones, so that could prove to be a big advantage.
Taylor's definitely lacking size, whereas the Warriors are very big compared to a lot of the teams in the CHL.
In the corner is Trubisky. Runs off the screen. Gets it back to McGowan. McGowan driving baseline. Pulls up. Takes a tough jumper. Can't get it to go off the front of the rim. Now it's Taylor's turn. Got it to Austin with the ball. A big player to watch out for here. Trying to make something happen. They'll get it to Harry Hilbert.
Wide open shot there.
He can't get it to go, though. John Michael will come down with the rebound. Taylor drops back after the missed shot. Sennis at the top of the key. Now to Lackney. Trying to set something up, looking to run a little bit of offense here.
The Yellow Jackets will definitely have to look out for number 10, Cam Lackney, and number 5, Will Trubisky. 2 of the hottest
Absolutely,
shooters.
and veterans and juniors and seniors in themselves.
Cannot leave those two open beyond the arc.
McGowan in the corner trying to make something happen. And now Cameron Lackney at the top resetting again. Mariemont taking their time here. A little bit of physicality between John Michael Senes and Matt Zievernick right there.
Oh, great move.
Nice spin driving baseline, but he misses the shot
rebound by
well
Trubisky.
short. Trubisky comes down with a clutch offensive rebound. Senes for three. Nowhere near, but a long rebound goes back to the Warriors. McGowan will miss the three, and the ball will go back out to Josh Batay.
And just as you said earlier, Tyler, the Warriors rebounding well early.
Absolutely, but they can't capitalize on it here. Batay with the ball, trying to make something happen. Runs off the screen from Hilbert. Now on the wing is Austin. Back to Hilbert. And now to Wiener. Back to Hilbert and Austin, trying to get something to go, just passing the ball along the three-point line here. They cannot get the ball inside, and they're not making much of an effort to get the ball inside here early. Three-point shot is no good for Danny Austin. Rebound out to Ryan Matarese, and the Warriors will push, and Warriors will slow it down here. All right, McGowan back at the top of the key to Senes. In the corner, Trubisky for three. No good, off the back of the rim. And the rebound will go to Wire. Inside to Hilbert, working on Max. Can he get a shot up? No, he kicks it out for three. Austin's three is no good off the back of the rim. Slow shooting start here for Taylor. Only 2 points in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, Tyler, I mean, you got to be able to get the ball inside, and the Yellow Jackets are lacking size, and it looks like they're having trouble doing that.
When you're struggling to shoot the ball, though, pushing the ball at the floor, getting a little bit of pace going can always work here. We got a foul on number 10. That'll be on Cameron Lackney, his first of the evening, the first Mariemont foul. Two shots, the first one is up. Off the back of the rim, and no good.
This is number one, Max Coney, shooting 71.4% at the line for the year. So he's a pretty reliable shooter for the Yellow Jackets, but first one did not go.
Taylor is one of the better free throw shooting teams in the CHL. In fact, they're second in the CHL at 66.8%. But they missed both of them here, and their shooting woes continue. And that's sophomore Ethan Malafa. Quiet, confident kid.
Yeah.
Getting some early minutes here as an underclassman. Glassmeyer enters the game as well, a junior point guard.
And there's our Mariemont quarterback.
Yes.
As he enters the game.
3-sport athlete, varsity baseball player, starting quarterback, and a varsity basketball player, a point guard at that.
He really does it all, Tyler.
Yes, he does. McGowan's turn now. McGowan loses the handle. And that's going to be an over-the-back call there. Evan Sizer, the senior, tried to save the ball.
Smart play to save the ball, though. You don't want him to get a wide-open layup.
And after that turnover, Max is going to exit the game. Coming in is number 5, Will Trubisky. You know, speaking of Evan Sizer, he's a senior, and he's had to adjust to being a role player this year. After getting a lot of minutes being the starting point guard last year, he's seen a significant decrease in his minutes. He's done a fantastic job of adjusting to his new position, though. Now Austin, again, Austin trying to get something to go on the wing here. Tries to drive on Sizer with no avail.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets look a little stagnant on offense. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of cutting to the basket right now.
And they're having trouble getting the ball inside, too. You're seeing Hilbert trying to body up the younger. And speaking of which, down goes Malafa. We've got a foul on the floor. Who's it going to go on? I think it's going to be a foul on Malafa, so Taylor will take the ball at the baseline.
It was getting a little pushy-shovey down there, and Malafa's not one to let someone shove him around.
Absolutely. I would expect a physical contest, especially between Mariemont's big men are Ryan Matarese and Ethan Malafa and Harry Hilbert.
Two physical men for the Warriors.
Sloppy pass, but the ball will stay with Taylor.
Looks like the Yellow Jackets will take a timeout. Their coach is very frustrated with the early play.
And with just 2 points in the 6 minutes, yes, the Yellow Jackets will have to take a timeout here. We've got a score of Mariemont 6 and Taylor 2. Offensively, what would you like to see from Taylor to try to turn around the slow start, get some balls in the basket?
You know, I'd like to see them. They need to establish a presence down low. In order to get shots from beyond the arc and mid-range jumpers, you got to have a little bit of a inside presence, which the Yellow Jackets really just haven't had.
Absolutely, and this isn't a team that shoots that well from three. They're just at 31%, fifth in the conference. So their offensive production needs to come from inside. They're not doing that right now. They're just passing the ball around the wing. They're making an effort to get the ball inside, but it's not going well enough.
Yeah, and you know, being a smaller team, I know I just heard their coach really emphasizing that they need to cut to the basket and use their quickness.
Ball in the corner, taken into the basket.
Oh, good defensive play by Malafa.
Nice defensive play by Malafa. Warriors look to push it. At the wing.
Something you'll see when Glassmeyer's in the game is he really likes to push the ball.
Glassmeyer trying desperately to work on that Bate, but he can't do it here. Sizer, ball at the top of the key. 3-point shot for Trubisky. No good off the front of the rim. One of their better shooters last year, struggling a little bit this year, however.
He's not off to quite as hot of a start as last year, but still a very reliable shooter.
Absolutely a threat from the three-point line.
Wow, and the Yellow Jackets continue to struggle with putting the ball in the basket.
Back-to-back missed layups. You could not have that happen at this stage in the game and at this level of basketball. Sloppy turnover. Glassmeyer trying to slow it down, take a deep breath, and recover from his last turnover. Shot for Malafa is good. I was about to say that's an ill-advised shot. A little bit contested, maybe a hurried shot, but he gets it to go, and the Warriors take an 8-4 lead.
The young fella is showing off his touch from a little farther away from
we forgot to mention number 12, Jackson Stevens, has entered the game. 3-point shot from the corner for Austin. He gets it to go, and the lead is cut to 1. 30 seconds to go. Three starters are about to enter the game for the Warriors. Cameron Lackney, Max McGowan, and John Michael Sanders will go in at this whistle.
Tyler, it can happen that quickly. We were looking at an 8-2 game, and now it's 8-7, just like that.
That's what I'd expect with two evenly matched teams like the Warriors and the Yellow Jackets. John Michael inbound the ball. Facing a clapping presence of Jose Gonzalez. A little bit of gamesmanship there.
Maybe trying to get into the head of the Warriors.
And Mariemont's number 3 will work on him.
Wow.
A layup for Sizer is good, but he's going to get the charge called against him. The ball will go back to Taylor, and they've got one shot left.
I don't know about that one, Tyler. I did not think the Taylor defender had his feet set there.
Yeah, no doubt a tough call, but charges are one of the tougher calls to call. Good hard drive to the basket, but we can't have these types of turnovers.
You know, as Coach Caldwell was not upset about that drive. He loves to see the Warriors taking the ball inside.
Absolutely. Taylor looking to hold it for one shot. I expect them to get the ball in the hands of their leading scorer, Austin. The floater is no good off the back of the rim. A half-court heave. Wow. He gets it to go. Wow. Max McGowan from half-court. How about that to end the first quarter?
Wow. That's an awesome way to end the first quarter. Big momentum swing for the Warriors.
Rarely do you see a player set his feet and take a shot from that deep and get it to go. Usually that's a running start, but he was smart enough to set his feet and put it up. And that's all from the first quarter here at Mariemont.
And Tyler, we're going to take a quick look at this shot. Wow, exactly from half court.
Yeah. Effortless.
Wow.
Thing of beauty and something the Warriors desperately needed after watching their 8-2 lead be squandered and turned into an 8-7 lead. And here we've got plenty of Mariemont faithful showing up for this game. It's no surprise that Mariemont brings a good crowd to every game. It's what you expect. It's what you expect within this community.
No, for sure. The Warriors like to support each other, and it's a great thing.
So this is the end of the second quarter. Or end of the first quarter going into the second quarter. What do you expect the Warriors to do differently as we enter the second quarter of basketball?
You know, Tyler, I really liked how the Warriors played. I thought they played great. They got the ball inside, they had easy layups. I think they just need to get rid of a few of those sloppy turnovers that we had at the end of the quarter.
You have to think shots are going to start going down from both sides here as players start to warm up to this game.
It was a low-scoring game for the first quarter, but, I mean, McGowan's shot might help the Warriors catch some momentum.
Taylor will take the ball to start the second quarter. One other thing I wanted to touch on here is this was a day off of school for Mariemont, a teacher's in-service day. How does that affect the rhythm of a basketball player that's used to playing on Friday after a school day?
You know, I don't know if it really helps or hurts. There's some ways you could say it helps. They're more rested, maybe a little more sleep, but then also they're not in the rhythm of a normal day.
Yeah. Senes now looking to get something started. Malafa in the corner. Down to Senes in the block.
Good.
Kicks it out to Matarese, who drives. And now McGowan from the corner. Trying to get something started after his miraculous half-court shot.
That's a great way to start the quarter for the Warriors.
Slashing to the basket. The floating layup goes. Nothing but net. Taylor at the top of the key here. Bennett Wire with the ball. Only 5'10". How about that?
And that's a pretty generous 5'10", if I might say so myself, Tyler.
That is a very generous 5'10", and you want to know why it's such a generous 5'10"? Because that's not Bennett Wire. That's Jacob Swigart, and he is only 5'6". The 5'6" sophomore looking to make an impact.
Yeah, that seemed a little, something seemed a little bit off about that, but good for him. You know, he's varsity minutes, and you know, playing well.
You know, people oftentimes stereotype basketball as a big man sport, but he's trying to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah. I think Isaiah Thomas in the NBA has helped the young fellows out.
Nate Robinson, Jimmy Butler. Down to Matarese.
Oh, that was a great play, Tyler. The Warriors are getting it into the basket, which is something the Yellow Jackets aren't doing.
You can't let those easy entry passes into the post, or else Matarese will eat you alive all day.
Good defense by Malafa.
Austin now. Austin just a sophomore, yet he's the star of the team. Ooh, nice move right there by Hilbert, the sophomore forward. Three-point shot. Lackney gets it to go.
And that's one of the players we talked about before the game. He's a great shooter, four-year player, and you can always look for him behind the arc.
Warriors don't hustle back on defense and can't get organized, and Swigart hits the shot from the free throw line. Swigart now trying to put some pressure on Lackney, and Lackney turns it over there, carried the basketball.
We're going to take a look at these last two baskets from the Warriors and Yellow Jackets. Just wide open shot for Swigart. And then he used his quickness there to pressure Lackney into a little silly turnover, which the Warriors really need to stop having.
Surprisingly, with the momentum shifting in the Warriors' favor, the Yellow Jackets sub out Austin. These are some crucial couple of minutes for Taylor.
And that really shows the Yellow Jackets' confidence in their players.
Taylor looking to get something going on offense. Three-point shot for Swigart. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound out to John Michael Senes, who will push the pace and get it to Trubisky. Now Matarese, the top of the key, getting something started here. Back to the point guard, Senes. And Codwell calls to run some offense. Trubisky looking to get something going here. To Matarese again. Matarese to the basket. Nice move by Ryan Matarese, but the layup will not go in. You cannot miss those bunny shots. Nonetheless, a solid move there.
And as long as the Warriors continue to push it inside, shots will fall.
Now we got a foul before the ball goes to Swigart. And down on the court here is number 10, Josh Bate.
Gotta hope he's okay. That would be a big loss to the Yellow Jackets if he cannot return to this
Looked
game.
like the starter experienced some tough contact and took a tough fall here. We'll get another look at it.
Oh, a roll of the ankle there.
Yeah, and you could see the expression of agony.
Looks like Danny Austin's coming back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. And Josh Pate is averaging 8.7 points per game. So if he were to go down, this would be a big loss for the Yellow Jackets, not having their second leading scorer and their fourth leading scorer. So
no doubt.
We definitely hope he's okay.
And that puts significantly more pressure on Austin to try to keep the Yellow Jackets in the game undermanned.
And you know, the Yellow Jackets are not the deepest team. You see a lot of players on the Warriors, and only about 8 or 9 on the Yellow Jackets. So they can't afford to be losing guys left and right.
Yeah, they don't run that deep, and a lot of production comes from their first 5 scorers. So missing 2 of them could be very costly. We surely hope he's okay, and we hope we could see him. Maybe not, if not in this game, at least in some other game. I expect him to be okay, but you can never tell. Taylor ball in the baseline. Inbound into the corner.
It was a good
nice move. Layup is good. Number 11, Weiner, the senior.
It's like Andrew Glassmeyer's back in the game, replacing Cam Lackney.
You see 3 to 4 guys bring the ball up the court in any given game for the Warriors. You've got Glassmeyer, Lackney, Senes, and Sizer, all capable of being point guard.
Yeah, they really do play a positionless type of basketball, always moving the ball around, getting lots of different people involved.
And as we touched on just a minute ago, they run very, very deep. Halfway through the second quarter here, 13-9, or 18-13, Warriors lead, and that'll be an 21-13 Warriors lead now. Driving to the basket, can't get it to go.
You know, Tyler, I've really enjoyed to see Matt Arise's increased confidence this year on the court versus last year, maybe averaging 4 points per game to a big jump this year.
And he's played absolutely phenomenal today. And we see him again hustling, trying to get something started on a fast break.
Still has that hustle that he was famous for.
Ooh, corner 3 for McGowan. He had an opening, in and out, can't get it to go.
Taylor maybe bailed out there with the foul. He's a little bit out of control going into the hoop.
Yeah, hard drive for Swigard. He draws the foul. Coming in the game is Stevens replacing Glassmeyer. And the forward, Malafa. Excellent few minutes there from Ryan Matarese. There's no wasted minutes, just like there's no wasted money in the Matarese household.
Yeah, very famous line from John Matarese.
Three-point shot, Swigard, no good. Senes now. Trubisky. The top of the key here, Senes. Being bodied up by Swigard pretty hard. Some tough defense played so far in this contest. 3 from the wing.
And they're
yes,
starting
sir.
the ball for the Warriors. Yellow Jackets going to take a timeout. Those were a big couple of minutes for the Warriors, increasing that lead to 11 points very quickly.
Yeah, they've expanded it from 4 to 11 quickly. And with 2 minutes and 36 seconds, it's time for Taylor to stop the bleeding. How do they do that?
You know, again, they've got to play better defense. They got to stop the Warriors from getting inside because that's started to result in some threes for the Warriors. And then on offense, they just got to get the ball inside. They're struggling to put the ball in the basket, and you know, shooting from that distance every time isn't going to help.
No production so far, only 13 points so far. And that's especially concerning for a team that averages 60 points a game. Although just 5th in the conference, only 13 points here with 2 minutes to go. They really need to change some things.
They really do because, I mean, they're not stopping the Warriors, so they better outscore them.
We see a little bit of banter there between injured Jack Borderding Nick White and Trip Freeze, 2 JV players. You got to wonder what that's all about and if that'll carry over to any future games. Rarely do you see 2 players punching each other and fighting a little bit on the
Especially
sidelines.
when one of them is recovering from a torn ACL. I think I maybe would have wanted to treat him a little.
Absolutely, you have to be more careful. Taylor trying to get the ball inside.
Good
shot against the double team.
Malfa.
No good. Way to be straight up there, not commit a foul.
And that was good defense by Malfa. He came in and double teamed right when number 24 was shooting.
Despite a couple turnovers, both teams are playing relatively controlled basketball. Not many fouls between the 2 of them.
Strong take by Malfa. He's got to get that ball out though.
Malfa loses the basketball right there. That's a sophomore mistake if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. The Warriors got to get rid of some of these turnovers though.
Tough drive, 3-point shot, in and out, no good. Here comes Senes. To McGowan. McGowan trying the crossover, can't do anything about it, but a nice pass picking up the loose ball, getting it to John Michael, who hits the floating layup.
And after the Warriors score, they've got to get set on defense because a couple of these Yellow Jacket points have come from the Warriors simply just kind of celebrating their shot.
Warriors doubling the Yellow Jackets so far. Ball out of bounds. We'll go to Mariemont with 1:21 to go, and checking into the game is Evan Sizer, replacing Ethan Malafa, who's gotten his fair share of minutes so far. Taylor bringing some pressure off the inbound. Sizer to Senes, drive to the basket.
Strong take.
Mariemont easily breaks the weak pressure from Taylor and gets 2 easy points. Taylor cannot surrender points like that at this point in the contest.
The Warriors look really good on offense right now. They're scoring with ease on the Yellow Jackets. Strong take, little out of control. Might have been a travel, but nevertheless, Warriors basketball. Oh, and good pass by Senes.
And Sizer makes the easy layup, and this lead has expanded to 30-13 with under a minute to go in the half. Taylor's got to get a bucket or 2 here and stop the bleeding going into the locker room.
Tyler, the Warriors are rolling.
Absolutely. 3-point shot, long 3, no good for Keith.
The Warriors are going to have a shot to extend this lead. Looks like they might hold the ball for 1 shot.
Hold it for 1 shot here, go for 2 for 1. I think you got to hold it for 1 shot.
You know, without the shot clock here in high school basketball, I don't know if a 2 for 1's possible, Tyler.
Who are you looking to get the ball to? Who are you looking to get the ball to here?
I mean, obviously you got to go to Max McGowan. He showed off the deep 3 at the end of last quarter. You know, he's clutch.
Now 3.5 seconds left. They've got 1 inbound, 1 shot at a basket. What would you like to see him do here?
I mean, they gotta get a good shooter of the ball and just hope for a wide open shot or something going towards the basket. Get into Stevens.
He's got a shot. Oh, no good. And that'll take us to halftime. From ICRC, that was 1 half of CHL basketball. A Warriors-dominated game, 30-13 Mariemont. We'll be back in just a few moments.
I am here today with the Max McGowan of Mariemont Basketball, and I just have a couple questions for him. So, Max, how's the team doing as a whole?
We started off with a little slow start, but we're getting back into our groove. I think some key players have been stepping up lately, like Will Trubisky's really getting into the effect. Like, he's doing really good in the last couple games, hitting some big threes. And I think we just got to keep improving our defense, and we'll be able to win some big games going forward.
Continuing with that, how's the coaching staff? I know you just got a coach a year ago. How's the team handling it?
Yeah, we're still kind of morphing to his style. I know the community sometimes questions his like sense of like subbing a lot, but I think we have a lot of good players, and I think he's a very smart coach, and he's got a plan for us that if we follow it, we'll be successful.
And then relating more to the team, what are some key games coming up for you guys?
I mean, always Indian Hill. I think we got to beat them at their place. It'd be nice to get a win against Wyoming at their place too. And I think those are our two biggest games going forward.
So, relating to that, what does the team need to do in order to beat Indian Hill, to overcome that challenge that you guys are looking to face?
Well, they got a lot of shooters and a big guy, so I think we just got to run them off the three-point line, front their big guy, and just we got to play a whole game. You know, sometimes we stop playing as hard and focused for a little bit of time, but we got to have a complete game.
And then more relating to the overall season, you know, you said you need to beat Indian Hill and Wyoming, and you just talked about what you guys need to do to beat Indian Hill, but what does the team need to do in order to, you know, take it to the next level, beat Wyoming, you know, take it on further than that, take it to the championship, you know, what does Mariemont need to accomplish?
I think we just got to play a whole game focused and physical. I think one of the biggest things about Mariemont is sometimes we lack like physicality, like rebounding and hard defense. We're going to hit our shots. We're going to do all the good stuff on offense, but we really got to limit like second chance shots, and hopefully then we can make a run in the playoffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mariemont for some second half action. Our score is 30-13 Warriors. It's up to the Yellow Jackets to make some adjustments here going into the second half. Who would you like to see get more involved for Taylor?
Tyler, I got to talk about Danny Austin, the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets. I think he's only got about 3 points right now, which is just not going to cut it for the Yellow Jackets when they're missing 2 of their best players.
Absolutely. He hasn't been hitting shots, and I haven't seen him get to the basket as much as I would like.
And as we see Josh Bate walk by in crutches, Austin's got to get some buckets. Because it does not look like Bate's coming back.
Good analysis here. We've got 20 seconds until the second half. From the Warriors, what would you like to see them keep doing? And is there anything else they can do to try to slow the pace down and maybe keep this lead?
I got to say, they got to continue to push it inside. I love what they're doing. They're getting easy layups, and then that's resulting in some easy jumpers for the Warriors, which is really going to help them expand that lead. And then on defense, they just need to continue and defend the Yellow Jackets and prohibit them from getting inside.
Looks like the Warriors have possession going out of the half, so they will inbound it first. Trubisky going to inbound the ball to Senes, who receives light pressure from Austin. Gets the ball inbounds, and we are off. It's the second half at Mariemont. Warrior students, as tradition avails, stand up here to start the second half.
Being a home game, it could be a big advantage for the Warriors to have their students and their support.
And it has been so far. Taylor has one of the best student sections and one of the loudest, most raucous crowds in the CHL.
Yeah, they're definitely known for making some noise.
McGowan puts up a tough shot, but it will not go. And Taylor grabs the rebound, looking to start to climb back into this game.
Maybe a block there.
I'm thinking Senes altered that shot in some way.
I hope so, Tyler, because
nowhere near the basket.
Just short there.
Good defensive possession for Mariemont, and they need to keep the defensive intensity up while maybe slowing the pace just a little bit.
The Yellow Jackets are going to press here because they've got to get some pressure on this ball.
Taylor looking for some turnovers. McGowan in trouble, but he gets rid of it. Vatteris almost drove to the bucket, but instead he backs it back out and gets it to the point guard, Senes.
Today we're seeing a lot of patience from the Warriors. They might push it in, but then they take it back out and get for the easy bucket.
Always looking for a good shot. Lackney, the senior, now gets the ball to McGowan. McGowan puts up a tough shot from the free throw line, and it's good. 2 points for the Warriors.
And it continues to be a good night for Max McGowan.
Now Taylor looking to get something going. Drive to the basket. The 5'6" sophomore can't get the layup to go, but back from the three-point line. Yes, sir. 3 points for Taylor. Again, pressure from the Yellow Jackets. Senes and Lackney handle it easily, though. Taylor's pressures hurt them more than it's helped them so far. Maybe grabbed a turnover or two, but definitely a couple transition buckets that they couldn't give up.
When you got 2 great ball handlers like Senes and Lackney, it's not going to create a lot of turnovers.
Ooh, and a little bit of tension there between...
Going to upset the Mariemont Warriors student section. Definitely hear it from a bit.
McGowan and Keith getting into it just a little bit there. Ends up with a Mariemont foul. And Swigard bringing the ball up the court. Austin to Wire. Back to Swigard. Nice save there from Hilbert. Hilbert now working on McGowan, looking for a bucket. Physical down there, but no foul. Ball was altered and blocked. It'll go back to Taylor. Inbounding for Taylor, Seth Keith, the sophomore. Keith looking for some production. I apologize for this, but we have to make a quick correction on the broadcast. Number 1 is, in fact, Max Coney and not Seth Keith.
Good defense by Austin, but loses control of it. Foul on Vatteris. Send Austin to the line. Coach
That's
Caldwell's
Matarrisa's second
definitely
foul
not
in the
happy
game.
with the turnover from the Warriors.
Even with the big lead, he continues to put that expectation on the Warriors, and that's what made them successful in this game. And that's what makes them practice and play so hard.
And, you know, he quickly explained to them that that's how they lose right there, with silly passes like that. You know, I have to agree with Coach Caldwell. The score could quickly be overturned if the Warriors continue to play that way.
And just like that, checking into the game is the ball handler, Evan Sizer here. Will Trubisky, now in the corner. McGowan pulls up, jump shot, off the front of the iron, the backboard, and in.
Continues to keep shooting well throughout this night. Maybe got away with the travel there and bailed out with the foul, but.
And we've got a foul on number 11, McGowan, a blocking foul. Looks like it'll be on the floor.
So Glassmeyer will check into the game for Laffney.
Personnel changes for the Yellow Jackets as well.
Stevens will also check in for Trubisky.
Swigard trying to get the ball to the hole.
And Tyler, the Yellow Jackets continue to not be able to get the ball inside.
Long three, air ball, missed everything, did Coney, and the ball will go to the Warriors. Again, facing heavy pressure, have to bring three guys into the backcourt to try to get the ball out. Senes now working on Austin.
Showing off his ball handling skills there, dumps it out to Stevens.
Stevens decide not to go for the transition three and instead draws the foul. Mariemont will inbound the ball at the baseline. Just the first foul of the half. Just the first foul of the half for Taylor. Top of the key now is Senes. Looking to start some second half offense here for the Warriors. Just 4 points so far in this half. Glassmeyer from the corner now dribbles it out to the key. Driving baseline, McGowan, nice pass off to Sizer. Looks like Glassmeyer may have gotten away with a little travel, and now we've got a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Coach Caldwell and his Mariemont Warriors.
You know, Tyler, I think the Yellow Jackets could learn a thing or two from the Warriors and get the ball inside, because it's creating other shot opportunities for them that the Yellow Jackets just don't have right now.
No surprise that the Warriors are being extremely patient at this point in the game. Who do you expect them to go to for a shot here?
You know, you always have to look for Max McGowan. He's the leading scorer for the Warriors, and he's off to a hot start tonight. So I expect him to look to work through him.
Mariemont, despite struggling on the year and only 2 CHL wins, they come off a tough win against the last place Madeira Mustangs, or the 7th place Madeira Mustangs, in what was an exciting road matchup, low-scoring affair, beating Coach Wayne Scott in the Mustangs.
And you know, that's a big win for the Warriors, because Coach Wayne Scott is actually a teacher here at the Mariemont High School, and I'm no doubt he was talking some trash to some of the players during the week.
Yeah, but that's the friendly feud you get when there's 2 communities as close as Mariemont and Madeira. And even Mariemont and Taylor are only separated by a few miles.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Maybe a little farther than a few miles, but nevertheless.
Relatively speaking, to the large state of Ohio.
Yeah, so
Taylor and Taylor are
Sizer and Senes were not on the same page there.
Sloppy turnover.
It's like Trubisky will now enter the game.
Swigard driving baseline. He kicks it out. Taylor having a hard time keeping the handle. 3-point shot misses nearly everything. Turnover from Senes leads to an opportune bucket for Swigard and the Yellow Jackets.
Sizer patiently taking his time, not taking that shot.
Glassmeyer's turn to run the point there. Passes it off to Sizer. They try to get the ball inside to McGowan and then inside to Stevens, but another bad turnover here for the Warriors.
Not good passing from the Warriors, though.
Hard drive to the bucket for Austin. He draws the foul, but comes up in pain, perhaps a little hot-headed as well. Has got to calm down and make 2 big free throws here.
You know, Austin's shooting 75.5% from the line, so he's a very reliable shooter at the line. Hopefully he makes these 2.
Taylor looks to cut the lead to 12 and to take the lead in the third quarter. Here we'll take a look at the most recent foul call. See him driving hard to the bucket. Sizer unable to attain good position. Nice drive there by Austin, and that's what they're going to have to do to get back in the game. Second shot.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, if you can't make shots, it's always good to get to the line and you know, increase your confidence. A bit of a wild pass, but gets away.
Long
with it.
pass. For the most part, we've seen the Warriors break the pressure with some dribbling or 1 to 2 passes. There you see one long pass over the top to get the ball into their side of the court. Side to Lackney.
Yeah, the Warriors are struggling to keep possession of the ball right now.
3, no good off the front of the iron.
Good rebound from Trubisky. That's big for the Warriors.
McGowan has been unafraid to pull the trigger so far this game. And really, that's something that's been going on all season.
And, you know, at this point in the game, the Warriors are just trying to chew off as much clock as possible. And I know Coach Pye won't be happy with that quick shot.
3-point shot, Swigard. Nope, no good.
And Swigard's had a lot of confidence. He's pulling a lot of shots. He definitely has no fear. Oh, and that's Trubisky. Oh. And you know, Tyler, at a point last year, you were surprised when the ball didn't go in when Trubisky shot it.
Yeah, he's
a little bit off to a bit of a rocky start this year, but you never know when he's going to turn it on.
He is still a dangerous shooter. One of the best in the league, no doubt. Tough drive from McGowan. He's able to draw the foul.
And he's going to head to the line.
Max McGowan at the free throw line for the first time today. He shoots 66% from the line.
You know, the Warriors struggle a bit more than the Yellow Jackets at the line, but good shot by McGowan, nevertheless.
Yeah, Mariemont just Mariemont 5th in the CHL. I apologize, from the free throw line, just shooting just over 61%.
A little bit of a personnel change for the Warriors. Malafa and Senis are going to check back into the game, along with Matarese. Yeah, this is a pretty big lineup for the Warriors. They've got some size out there right now.
McGowan goes 1 of 2, but a nice rebound there by Malafa.
Oh, maybe a foul. I don't know about that one.
Malafa's looking for the foul, but perhaps he just slipped. Austin looking to drive on Senis.
Austin struggled to get the ball inside today. Trying to use his shot, but just not falling. You know, Malafa's falling all over there.
Nice rebound by the smaller Lackney. Senis from 3. Nowhere close, misses everything. John Michael has to be frustrated with that shot.
It's like Senis is going to check out of the game quickly.
And just like that, after missing a shot badly, he checks out. You can see the frustration on Coach Codwell's face.
You know, with a guy like Coach Caldwell, I feel like it's worst when he has no words to talk.
He definitely motivates his team through frustration. Swigard pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to go. Nice shot for Swigard.
He continues to be really the only source of offense for the Yellow Jackets at the moment.
And to the hole is the vertically challenged Swigard. He's going to draw the foul, and he's got an opportunity for 2 points from the free throw line.
And just like that, Tyler, this game can be down to, I mean, a 9-point game, single digits, when we were at 17 at half. I mean, it's crazy. Just like that, how quickly the game can turn.
Swigard over 70% from the free throw line. His first shot is up and good amid some yelling from the Mariemont students.
I mean, were those monkey sounds I heard over there from the Warriors? You know, they have some famous chants over there, but definitely trying to distract the shooter.
His second shot is up. And it's good, but they'll wave it off.
Oh, and that's big.
Was that a lane infraction on Austin?
Yeah, I think it was. And that's big for the Yellow Jackets.
Not surprising, a mistake from a sophomore, but he's one of the leaders on the team. You can't let that happen, especially down by double digits.
Oh.
Mariemont with another sloppy turnover.
You know, Tyler, if the Warriors maybe aren't turning the ball over these last 4 or 5 possessions, we're looking at a whole different ballgame right now.
Yeah, empty possessions has been quite a trend for the Warriors this quarter. Just 5 points. Taylor might just hold for one shot here. Austin from 3. I misspoke off the front of the rim. No good. That's an ill-advised shot with just a few seconds to go in the half. Codwell cannot believe it.
He's having trouble dealing with that call. And I mean, I didn't see it as well. We're going to take a look at the replay here. I don't know about that one. Didn't know if he had his feet set. Maybe a little extension of the arm from Trubisky, but maybe not enough to warrant a foul.
Nowhere near position right there. Cannot believe they called that. Nonetheless, Taylor gets one more shot to try to score and cut it to single digits going into the fourth quarter. Shot no good from Swigard. And that will be the end of the third quarter with a Mariemont 35-25 lead.
Looks like Coach Caldwell's going to get a little explanation from the referees and why that was called a foul. And you know, you gotta have respect for Coach Caldwell. Instead of taking out on the officials, he walked to the corner, you know, gathered himself, and then after the break, talked to the referee in a respectful manner.
And you'd like to see Mariemont play with the type of control that Coach Codwell exemplified there. They've started to turn the ball over a lot lately. What do you think they need to do to settle themselves, get themselves back in the game here?
You know, they just need to play the way they played in the first and second quarters, you know. Patient, get the ball inside, and look for those easy looks instead of trying to create too much.
All right, and in case you want to watch and listen to me and Tom broadcast, Friday at 11:30, just tonight at 11:30, check it out. Tomorrow we'll be on, Sunday we'll be on Monday and Thursday, so there's plenty of opportunities to watch the Warriors and the Yellow Jackets battle it out in the CHL contest.
All right, Tyler, are you ready for this fourth quarter? I mean, this is a big quarter for both teams.
This could be an exciting fourth quarter here. I'll tell you what, despite a horrible third quarter from the Warriors, Taylor didn't take very good advantage of the opportunity, only cutting the lead to 10, and they're still faced with a double-digit deficit with just 8 minutes to go.
Good rebound by Malafa. Lackney looking to push the ball. Foul by Swigard. Maybe getting a little too physical there.
That's the fourth Taylor foul of the half.
And you know the Warriors also have 6 fouls, so you don't want to get anybody in the bonus here because that could quickly change the momentum of the game.
Next foul on the Warriors, the Yellow Jackets will be looking for 1 free throw and the bonus.
It's gonna be a 3 for Lackney. Wow.
Good look, good shot. Huge shot there, starting to shift the momentum, and with Mariemont's stout defense, a 13-point deficit is looking like quite a bit.
You know, as soon as Lackney gets his feet set, you really got to watch out. He's just a dangerous shooter. Another rebound by Malafa.
Trubisky allows the back cut, but no harm that time. Malafa looking for the ball, working on his man in the post.
Strong move, didn't fall. But, you know, you love to see it from Malafa. He's getting the ball inside, good look, and it's only a matter of time for it.
And nice weak side effort there by Trubisky. We'll watch him here throughout the rebound. Go up with it strong and draw the contact.
Trubisky's rebound well. He got a lot of offensive rebounds and helped the Warriors continue possessions.
Again, some substitutions for the very, very deep Warriors squad. Exiting our seniors, Lackney and Matarese. Trubisky gets 2 shots here.
Trubisky is 77% free throw shooter, so he's a really good free throw shooter. Look for him to make both of these.
The typical announcer's curse.
Yeah,
right
it looks
here.
like I spoke too soon. Sorry.
The second shot is getting set to go up. Good looking shot there. Swigard got in a lot of minutes here after the first quarter.
Yeah, he's played well for the Yellow Jackets. It's really been their one source of offense and consistent presence on the court.
Austin to Swigard.
Oh, deep three from Austin. Showing off some of that range that he's exemplified early in the year.
The only way Taylor gets back into this game is if if Austin gets going. So I'd like to see that shot if you're a Yellow Jackets fan.
Good take from John Michael. Really strong, using his size to elevate over the smaller Taylor.
Nice move, but no Yellow Jackets willing to step in front and stop that drive.
A little bit of a wild take from the Yellow Jackets. Malfa gets the rebound.
And after some physical play, the ball will stay with the Yellow Jackets. And they'll bring back in the Sherhan and McGowan. Inbounding the ball, Swigard. And he'll throw it to a safety valve, Hilbert.
Warriors gonna get set, look for some good defense. Swigard with the take, that's a strong take. Warriors are lucky that that one didn't fall. Would have been a huge momentum swinger for the Yellow Jackets. Swigard already 2 for 2 from this game.
70% on the season as well. First one's up and
quick
good.
Look at that foul. Obviously a foul, he collects. Swigard's got some hops though. I mean, he gets up there for a little fella.
I don't think he'll ever be able to dunk though.
Yeah, you never know.
Back to harp on that foul. Stevens, you can't come down with a hand like that. Taylor bringing the pressure again, trying to speed up the Warriors, cause some mistakes here.
Warriors are going to look to set and get a good possession here.
Shot no good from the paint from
Good
Matarese.
rebound by Stevens. And the Warriors continue to dominate the Yellow Jackets on the offensive board.
Jackson Stevens draws the foul.
And Coach Caldwell really prides himself and his team on really controlling the boards and out-hustling the other team. So I know he's happy with seeing this effort.
That different angle just showed you how physical it's getting down there. And that probably attributes to the low-scoring matchup we've had so far.
Missed free throw from Stevens. Hits the second one.
Expect Mariemont to get to the line a lot more here in the coming minutes as the clock winds down. Just 5 minutes to go. A 43-30 Mariemont lead.
Caldwell calling for a travel. And Tyler, if you're going to call that offensive foul on Trubisky earlier in the game, I feel that one should be an offensive foul as well, as we saw the arm extend.
Absolutely, but Hilbert capitalizes on that and gets a 2-point bucket for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, a turnover here. Hilbert pushing it up. The big fella loses the handle.
From Stevens. Now it's a 2-on-1. He pulls it out. Little shuffle pass.
And a second big man going down in just 2 minutes. Hilbert takes the layup.
I don't know if the floor's a little slippery out there or something, but we've seen a lot of people fall today.
Just like Yellow Jackets, Taylor's been creating chaos here in the last couple series. I don't like that blocking foul. We'll get another look at it, but I really don't like that blocking foul.
That looked like it could have been a charge.
You know what? I like a no call though.
Yeah, you gotta let him play. I feel like the refs have kind of took control of this game later on. You gotta let him play.
And they reversed the foul to a charge. How about that? I don't like a charge either.
Wow.
I like a no call. There's very, very little contact there.
I don't like how you call something and then reverse the call. You gotta go no call. You can't put it against the other team. Hustle by Lackney. Creates a jump ball. Taylor Coach tried to get the timeout, but just didn't get off soon enough.
So jump ball.
Looks like the possession arrow is going to take it to the Warriors.
Halfway through this fourth quarter of action. 9-point lead for Mariemont. Despite Mariemont dominating the game in all phases, Taylor's stayed in it enough that they're not completely out of it. Could definitely go on a little run here and turn this game around. 3-point shot from McGowan, but we got a whistle.
Another foul, offensive foul. And the refs just got to let him play. I mean, that one was a charge probably, but we're seeing a lot of calls against the Warriors here.
Natterie's clearly frustrated with that call. Swigard.
Good take by Austin. Swigard continues to create for the Yellow Jackets.
Long
Deep
three. No.
Good rebound by McGowan.
McGowan corrals it. Takes it up the court now.
Senior Lackney is going to look to slow things down and take control for the Warriors. Deep three from Lackney, and it's good. Wow. Big three for the Warriors.
That could be the dagger.
Yes, it could, Tyler.
That might just be the dagger.
Lackney's hit some big threes, and maybe we spoke too soon.
And just like that, Hilbert responds with the and-one layup. One key shot from Hilbert to cut it to single digits in 3 possessions.
And just like that, Max McGowan has 4 fouls. Big player for the Warriors. Hopefully he does not catch his 5th.
4 fouls on McGowan, but you got to keep him in the game here with just 3 minutes to go.
These are big minutes for both teams.
And if you're Max, you cannot be afraid to foul out. You got to play physical defense, controlled defense.
Quick foul on the Yellow Jackets.
Now we're getting a little bit chippy here. Swigard disoriented a little bit.
And that's going to send the Warriors to the line.
Looks combobulated.
And you know, at this point in the game with both teams in the bonus, a foul can create 2 points like that, so you got to really be cautious of that.
But if you're Taylor in the next minute or two, you're going to start to foul here. I mean, if you can take advantage of Mariemont's ineptitude from the free throw line, you might be able to climb back into this game.
Just as you say that, Senes nails one.
Senes just 55% on the line from the season, so one of the guys you definitely want to foul.
And he hits both. Senes proving Tyler wrong here. Good for him.
Who you definitely don't want to foul, though, is Will Trubisky, the sure-handed three-point shooter, and also 77% from the free throw line this year.
Caldwell called timeout, but just before that, McGowan is fouled.
Yeah, we got a whistle. McGowan's turn to try to put this game away from the line. No good off the front of the rim.
Swigard looks to push the ball, kicks it out. That's Seth Keith with the strong take.
Ball will stay with the Yellow Jackets. Another loose ball, another ball that falls out of bounds. Nobody's falling onto the floor to possess it for their team.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a basketball, you got to dive on the ground. You got to get low. You don't bend down and get it. You got to dive low because you're going to get the ball taken away from somebody else.
And with that, we've got a whistle and a 30-second timeout here. With about 2.5 minutes to go, what do you expect from both these teams to finish out the season in CHL play?
You know, I mean, the Warriors have had a tough start this season. You know, no doubt they've had their struggles, but I mean, as you've seen tonight, they've got some confidence and some swagger after that win against the Wayne Scott's Madeira Mustangs. So, you know, that was a big game for the Warriors, and I'm sure they'll continue that momentum. And as for the Yellow Jackets, they got off to a great start, and we're just going to look to continue that.
The Warriors came into the season with high expectations, but a late season football injury to Jack Borderdang really, really hurt them. The sophomore last year who had great production and as a junior was looking to put up big numbers, but they're going to have to wait for his senior year.
You know, when you're a sophomore, you lead the whole team in scoring. You're looking for a big junior year, and it was disappointing to see him not play this year.
Next year, this team's going to have a core of 3 very, very solid seniors, though, and John Michael, Max, Jack, and don't forget Will Trubisky as well, the sharpshooter.
Big bucket for the Yellow Jackets.
And just like that, Taylor is hanging around. They got to go on a run here, and they haven't gone on a run all game, though.
The missed layup, you got to have that.
The bunny could not go.
Tyler, I was just going to say, you can't let them cut to the basket, but the Yellow Jackets got away with one here. You know, Tyler, it's a 10-point game. What would you do, if you're going to get this lead condensed?
If you're Taylor?
Yeah, if you're Taylor.
Defensively, you have to bring a lot of pressure. Offensively, you got to look for a quick bucket. Don't settle for long jumpers. Don't settle for three-point shots. Get to the basket as quick as you can. And you see that's what Swigard did there, but unfortunately his foot slid.
You know, it's important. You know, you don't want to shoot. You want to take your sweet time, but you also don't want to shoot too quickly.
Sizer controls the ball.
Good take.
Really,
strong
really nice
take
move there.
Little Euro step from around.
And just like that, this thing's about out of reach, but again,
no.
And
then the missed layup, that's big. And then Lackney getting the rebound there, that's a big rebound. And you do not want to send him to the line. He's a 76.9% free throw shooter, second best on the Warriors. It's getting around that time where the Yellow Jackets kind of have to foul every possession. If you're not scoring, you've got to foul.
You got to look for maybe 1 to 2 steals in that pressure, and then commit the foul. First free throw for Lackney, looking to ice the game here. That's good.
Good shot. You know, Lackney's a senior. He's definitely going to look to show off that clutch presence there.
Off the back of the rim, but he gets it to roll in. Home cooking there. Shooter's bounce. Swigard pushing the ball up the court.
Going to look for the quick jumper. Good take there. It's not
Inside,
going to
no
fall.
good.
And you know, Lackney's going to force him to foul him.
Taylor is yet to foul. Finally they foul. Ran about 12 seconds off the clock. That cannot happen.
Yeah, I think they've got to foul. That's precious time when you're down, 13 points. You know, you can't let them take off 12 seconds like that.
Sizer's first free throw.
And it's good.
So ICRC, among other leagues, covers a lot of CHL sports. What do you expect in the CHL Men's Basketball League?
Yeah, you got to look towards the top. With the 2 top teams, the Wyoming Cowboys and the Deer Park Wildcats. You know, 2 great teams. Wyoming rides on their 2 leading scorers, Isaiah Walker and Evan Prater. You know, Isaiah Walker had 40 the other night, so I mean it's a pretty crazy stat line. 2 big players. And then you got the Deer Park Wildcats. Unfortunately, don't have Mark Wise, their their best player anymore.
Some controversy there, but we won't touch up on that.
But they still got a lot of players. You know, they reload every year, and they've got a lot of talent.
They are able to reload every year. And one team that I really like to touch on, slept on just a little bit, the third place Indian Hill Braves.
Yep.
They trounced these Mariemont Warriors.
Tyler, I know you were covering that game.
I covered that game
with our colleague Jack McCluskey, and
that team has a lot of potential. And if they can get it all together on a consistent basis, they could be competing for the league. But no doubt, the class of the league, especially with Wise out for the year from Deer Park, I would say is Wyoming.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, congratulate Evan Prater, their forward and quarterback, who just competed in the All-American game.
Just competed in an All-American game, and will be headed to the University of Cincinnati up in Clifton.
Which is big for the CHL to be represented in that way.
Looking to pursue not only his education, but be the starting quarterback there as well. He'll have to face some tough competition his first year, though. His junior Desmond Ritter and sophomore Ben Bryan are already up there. But I'll tell you what, there's definitely an opportunity for Prater to get some playing time.
We'd love to see it. Hopefully the CHL's representative at the college football stage. Here, Lackney sent to the line again. Definitely not the player you want to foul.
And the double bonus, so he'll get 2 shots here. That's good.
And the Warriors hitting their free throws, which is big at this point in the game.
It's how they've iced it for sure.
You know, at this point, 14 points. Do you see any way the Yellow Jackets can come back?
No, I think this one's about over, and I'd like to take a moment to harp on just the three-point shot from Swigert. It's good. How about
that? You never know.
But I'd like to take a moment to harp on the improvement Mariemont's had from their first game. A 7-point loss to Taylor, and to improve and beat them by 11 shows they've slowly been getting better all year. They've slowly been accounting for the injured Jack Porterding and starting to build up a little bit of team commodity and play much better.
Yeah, you love it. And just as we said Taylor was out of it, they make a big three. So that's big. That's a big shot for the Yellow Jackets. It keeps them in this game.
And this is going to be back-to-back. And if Mariemont can prevail, this is going to be back-to-back CHL wins and 3 out of 4 CHL wins after a very slow 1-4 start.
Yeah, I mean, to go 3-1 at the CHL in any stretch is very nice, and I know Coach Caldwell will be very happy with that.
And they're at about the halfway point in the league. I'll tell you what would be a good goal is to finish 500, to finish 7-7 in the CHL play.
And Tyler, look who is checking in. It looks like Drew Malfo's into the game,
and
the senior forward.
The beloved D-Mal will enter the game for the Warriors. His brother's gotten a fair amount of playing time today, but he hasn't. I'm happy to see Drew in the game.
It's time to show the younger brother how it's done.
Absolutely. Now, Drew Malafa the other day said something that rubbed a lot of Mariemont students the wrong way. He said that Snappy Tomatoes Pizza was slept on. What do you think of that?
You know, I however, don't agree with Mr. Malafa, but, you know, I love his, and he takes the 3 and it gets wedged. I don't know if Caldwell wanted the 3 with 23.6 seconds left, but you love to see it from Malafa.
Who else would you expect to do that?
Who else gets the ball wedged in between the basket and the backboard?
Snappy's connoisseur, Drew Malafa, wedges one.
Oh, and the errant pass.
And that'll just about do it. A long pass. Malafa.
Maybe the dunk? No.
But nonetheless, 2 points from Malafa, and you hear the crowd loves him.
You know, he's a fan favorite.
Taylor will look for one shot here.
Oh, and the steal from Malafa.
They'll turn it over. How about the numbers Malafa put up in the last couple minutes?
I mean, in 20 seconds. Maybe perhaps a little bit of stat padding from Mr. Malafa. But
nonetheless, that's all from Mariemont. Our final score, the Warriors 57, the Yellow Jackets 44. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for sticking around and watching some CHL basketball here on ICRC. And we at Mariemont High School would like to take a moment to thank ICRC for helping us out and giving us this opportunity to practice our broadcasting skills on a public stage.
Of course, Tyler, and from us at Warriors Broadcasting Network, we just love to say good night.